hard to believe that spring is here. In fact, where's the time gone? We haven't done one of these videos in a while because we've been really busy and things are booming, and hopefully the economy is moving as well. But spring is here, and with that comes one of the bright spots of spring, which is Mother's Day. It's only a few days away. And for us in the family law practice, Mother's Day is one of those days, one of those holidays that's almost universally respected by everyone, by the courts, by litigants, and by attorneys. And this is where a time when we see parents actually come together to make sure that the mothers have time with their children, even in the most contested and litigated cases. And mothers spending time with their children is as it should be. After all, being a mother and motherhood is arguably one of the most difficult and one of the most important jobs. And so we have that happen, and we've talked about that. We've also talked about the definition of being a mother and of being a parent as it relates to custody, as it relates to standing, being able to bring a custody proceeding, and as it relates to parenthood and parenting time. We've also discussed in the past a little bit about how that definition has been expanded through the use of, and primarily as a result of, LGBTQ cases, such as the landmark Brooke B decision, the increased role of grandparents in parenting time, and even where third parties, under extraordinary circumstances, are actually able to sue for custody. Well, that definition may evolve even further as a result of a recent law. Recently, the New York State Legislature passed the Child Parent Security Act. Prior to this act being passed, in New York, it was illegal to have surrogacy in the state of New York. But now, we're now talking about legal use, children conceived under assisted reproductive means. This is the first time. This is groundbreaking. And now we're starting to talk about the definition of parentage with the idea of consent and with the idea of intent, as opposed to the traditional principles of marriage or biology or just gestation. This law will actually supersede and amend certain portions of the Family Court Act and the estate law and business law and health laws, specifically as it relates to parentage and the use of reproductive means. It will also ban and ban the previous New York prohibition against paying for surrogates. So this is groundbreaking. This is really an important law. And it brings a new area, new hope to would-be parents who are unable in the past to do this in the state of New York. We are involved with some of these cases. We are monitoring some of these cases, and I will continue to bring you updates on amendments in this area, case law in this area, and anything the legislature does to further enhance the abilities for parents and would-be parents in the future. But today is not a day to talk about custody. It's not a day to talk about parenting. It's a day to talk about motherhood. It's a day to talk about all the work that is done and the sacrifices made by mothers. And so I just want to say a few words and just say to my mother, Happy Mother's Day, and to all of you out there, a very special Happy Mother's Day.